welcome back to Healing with Brittany. Today is February 14th. It is a little past 2:30 in the morning, and this is the third video log of a carnivorous diary. This entire series is dedicated to my transition from a standard American diet to the carnivore diet. I am doing this because I'm wanting to lose 100 pounds so that I can reclaim a strong and healthy body as well as all of the benefits that come with it. In the last video, I discussed how I'd gone from an active, healthy child to an adult who lives a predominantly sedentary lifestyle that is approximately 100 pounds overweight. I understand the choices I made over the course of my life have led me to where I'm at today. I am aware of that. It's something that I accept because being in denial gets us nowhere. But I also understand that the consequences of those choices are what I am actively fighting against today and what I plan to be fighting against every day coming on that is in my future. This video, I want to dive into the first 2 weeks of this month, with the first week of February being my planning phase of adopting a healthier lifestyle where I'm being more conscious and considerate of what I am ingesting and what I am putting on my body, with the second week diving deeper into what I'm actually going to be eating and things that I'm going to be buying and things I was going to be doing that would help me push forward into the rest of the month. So for the very first week of February, from essentially the 1st to the 7th, the full 7 days, I watched a lot of YouTube videos. I watched so many. I was watching a lot of the doctors, largely Dr. Barry, over the carnivore diet, as well as others on YouTube who have discussed the diet, those who have been doing the carnivore diet for a very, very long time, and for those who are a little newer to it or who have at least been doing it a year. Several of these people are actually what inspired me to actually start documenting my own journey as a way to being accountable to myself as I'm going forward with this. And a lot of it for me is I want to be able to look back in the past, and this gives me a drive to kind of keep on doing things and to keep going forward and perhaps help other people who are watching as well. So within the first week, I was watching all these videos, but I was also looking into other things I could do for skin and healthcare and for oral health, and some which I've already adopted last year, like way earlier. Probably about 2 years ago, I had moved from toothpaste that has fluoride in it to fluoride free. I've been using a charcoal-based toothpaste, and it's quite interesting to see my sink turn black with every time I brush my teeth. But I was also delving even deeper, trying to figure out something with my hair that I could actually wash my hair with that wouldn't leave it feeling really, really weird. And so I was looking into that as well, as long as with skincare, and so I was trying to approach a more holistic eating habit, which the carnivore diet is very holistic in nature. It's also more historical, especially considering that's how our ancestors way back when used to eat as well. And I also wanted to take that same kind of approach towards my hair and skin. So I was doing a lot of research trying to find things that would delve deeper and give me a greater understanding. So moving into the second week of February, I had already by that point made a list of the foods I was going to buy, with the start of it being about 30 pounds of beef, where for me I want to eat at least a pound of hamburger every single day, which for me predominantly looks like a giant bloody patty that's mostly cooked, but the inside is still a little pink. But outside of the burger, I also decided to get chicken, salmon, eggs, and some roasts, and some I got a couple of the ribeyes. They're more expensive where I'm at. In my little area, the ribeyes tend to be pretty expensive, so I only bought 2 packs. So I'm having one a week. just kind of as a little something to indulge on, something a little richer, and kind of going with that, while at the same time trying to make sure I'm eating eggs with every meal for the binding effect that it has with my bowels after I eat. Because without the eggs, it's a real problem. It's a real problem. But on top of that, I'm also wanting to ensure that I'm drinking more and more water every day. And water intake is something I struggle with, especially as someone who is addicted to soda. Growing up, I would 9 out of 10 times take a soda over a bottle of water. And so that's something I've been kind of dealing with. I'm in the process of weaning myself off of soda. And I have essentially attempted to kind of cold turkey candy overall. When it comes to the actual sodas and why I haven't just cold turkeyed those, it's because I do get caffeine withdrawals and I will get a migraine, and I do not like coffee. I don't drink it. So I am literally weaning myself off my last pack of soda, where I'm going from drinking a few a day to now only drinking one a day, and sometimes skipping a day, and upping my water intake considerably. And I'm aiming for 60 ounces of water a day as a minimum, and I'm getting that much water in easier with this. This giant thing is like 2 of my heads. It's a big thing of water. It holds about 60 ounces of water, and I try to get through one of those to 1.5 every single day. It's a lot of water. And so this last week, I fell off the wagon a couple of times. There's a few times where I actually did kind of cave and ate some candy. And afterwards, my skin broke out. I realized I did something stupid, dusted myself off, got back on the wagon, went back to eating just straight meat. And generally I do like a soda kind of earlier in the day, or like usually quite a long time before I even touch the meat, just to give that enough time to get through my body and get out of it. Generally chased by at least 2 bottles of water. And that's kind of my approach right there. I am still transitioning from the standard American diet into a carnivore diet. I'm not doing like an immediate transfer from one to the other, but I am trying to make sure that I am largely carnivore based. And most of my meals, if not all of them this last week, have been carnivore. Largely hamburgers and everything else. And for me, that's worked pretty well. And that's just kind of how it's been for this last 2 weeks for me. It's what I've been doing so far and how I'm kind of progressing. And I have a couple of plans kind of coming up for different things I kind of want to do, especially regarding my physical activity. And that's still kind of in the middle of me kind of planning and kind of figuring it out and learning a bit more about what I'm going to be doing regarding the more physical aspects of my lifestyle, because part of losing weight isn't just our diet, it's what we do with our bodies in general. So that's going to be one thing I'm actually going to be working on as well. So with all of that said, I would like to thank everyone for taking the time to watch this video. If you've liked it, please leave a like and leave a comment down below. I love hearing from all of you. And if you haven't already, please subscribe for future videos.